Have you ever imagined what it's like to be inside the cockpit of a fighter jet capable of dominating the skies? It's not just a control panel, it's the heart of a combat machine. Decisions are made in fractions of a second here, where technology meets adrenaline. Today we'll take you inside the most advanced and legendary 4th and 5th generation fighter jets. We won't just show you their cockpits, we'll reveal what it's like for a pilot in combat. From minimalist digital interfaces to panels loaded with analog instruments, you'll see it all. Buckle up, it's going to be thrilling. Though the F-14 is no longer in service in the USA, it remains a symbol of its era. The F-14 cockpit is a masterpiece of the analog era. It has 2 seats, pilot and weapons operator. The panels are filled with buttons, instruments, and old-school displays. Everything is manual, everything mechanical, but it's in this setting that legends were born. For its time, the F-14 was incredibly advanced, especially in terms of weapons control and radar systems. The Mirage 2000 is a 4th-generation fighter, simple, reliable, and efficient. Inside, there's a classic instrument panel with digital displays complementing analog ones. The controls are easy to learn, and the instruments are logically placed. The standout feature is excellent visibility and interface simplicity, making the Mirage user-friendly even for novice pilots. While the cockpit may not be futuristic, it is perfectly balanced for its era. One of the most widely used fighter jets in the world, the F-16 cockpit combines simplicity and reliability. The seat is tilted to reduce G-forces. There are multifunctional displays, a HUD and HOTAS control. Everything is designed for maximum ease during maneuvers. Despite its age, the cockpit is constantly updated to modern standards, with color screens and digital interfaces. In the air, the F-16 feels like an extension of the pilot's body. The Swedish light fighter focuses on flexibility. The cockpit is minimalist but highly functional. 1 central display, 2 side displays, HOTAS control, and a powerful battle management system. The Gripen allows the pilot to focus on tactics without being distracted by excessive visual information. Intuitive controls and high automation ensure the pilot spends more time thinking about tactics than managing the systems. Budget-friendly yet effective. The JF-17 cockpit is equipped with digital displays, simplified controls, and decent navigation systems. It's designed with export in mind, so the interface is universal. The key feature is adaptability to the needs of the specific customer, with options to add various communication and weapon systems. The cockpit is convenient, with minimal distractions. A new incarnation of the classic F-15. The cockpit is fully digital, a huge touchscreen display, HUD, and a customizable information panel. Unlike older F-15 models, the control is automated, and the interface helps the pilot quickly switch between tasks: interception, ground attack, or escort. The cockpit is spacious with excellent visibility and well-thought-out instrument placement. One of the most maneuverable fighter jets in the world, the Su-35 cockpit features 2 wide-format displays that show massive amounts of information: targets, topography, radar data, and weapon control systems. The instruments are placed with ergonomics in mind to ensure maximum comfort during high G-forces. Voice commands and a helmet-mounted targeting system are also available. A modern cockpit adapted for combat in any environment. The Typhoon cockpit is a blend of technologies from Germany, Italy, Spain, and the UK. Inside, there are 3 large color displays, HOTAS control, voice command systems, and even a decision support system. Data display is flexible. The pilot can choose what information and where to display. Excellent visibility and logically placed controls make it intuitive to operate, despite the complexity of tasks. a powerful carrier-based fighter developed for the U.S. Navy. The cockpit is spacious with modern glass avionics, one large central display, side screens, and an advanced HOTAS system. All components are adapted for the complex conditions of combat missions. New modifications include AI integration that assists the pilot in target selection, situational analysis, and navigation. The Super Hornet provides the pilot with a complete tactical picture, making it one of the most effective carrier-based fighters in the world. French engineering is elegant and well thought out. The Rafale's cockpit combines simplicity and functionality. Multifunctional displays, a heads-up display, HUD system, and intuitive HOTAS control. Everything is in place. The main feature is the thoughtful interaction between the pilot and the machine. The Rafale is adapted for multiple tasks, from interception to ground attack, and this is reflected in the layout of the cockpit. Visually, the cockpit is bright, with uncluttered instruments and superb visibility. The MiG-35 is the modern evolution of a legendary series. The cockpit features wide-format LCD displays that show tactical situations, telemetry, and radar data. It's highly automated and ergonomically improved compared to earlier versions. The pilot can interact with the weapon control system without losing focus on flight. The helmet is equipped with targeting, and the placement of instruments is optimized for rapid action in combat. The modern Chinese fifth-generation fighter. The J-20 cockpit is designed in a minimalist style, large sensor displays, multi-level control, and a helmet with an integrated heads-up display. The control panel follows a Western layout but is adapted to Chinese combat doctrine. The informational blocks on the displays are customizable, and the interface guides the pilot through every stage, from takeoff to attack. Everything is designed to minimize human error. The F-22 is the undisputed king of aerial combat. Its cockpit is as simplified as possible for the pilot, a massive projection display on the windshield, multifunctional, customizable displays, and almost no analog instruments. All the information is displayed in the right place at the right time. The main principle is, don't distract the pilot. Everything is intuitive and quick. Even the helmet works in tandem with the targeting system, following the pilot's head movements. This interface helps pilots make split-second decisions in combat. The Su-57 is the pride of Russian aviation. Inside, it features two large color multifunctional displays, a side stick control instead of the traditional central stick, and a target designation system controlled by the pilot's gaze and helmet. The cockpit's ergonomics are designed for high loads, minimizing pilot fatigue. Visually, the interior is sleek yet technological. Information is divided into zones: targets, navigation, weaponry, diagnostics. Everything is in the pilot's line of sight with no distractions. Inside the F-35, you feel like you're in a science fiction movie. One massive touchscreen replaces hundreds of buttons and levers. All the information is projected onto the helmet. Even at night, the pilot can see through the plane thanks to cameras around the perimeter. The control is done via the HOTAS, hands-on throttle and stick system, with all essential buttons on the throttle and joystick. The cockpit is so intuitive that pilot training takes less time. Voice control is even a reality here. This makes the pilot a fully functional combat information center. Each cockpit is more than just a panel with buttons. It's the brain center of a combat machine. I hope you enjoyed this inside look. Don't forget to like the video if you learned something new, and subscribe to the channel. More exciting topics on military technology are coming soon.